And so did you then go into relationships like that?
Yes. Let's see. As I got taken out of the home, because like I said, I kept running away.
Mm-hmm.
And then I would go to this shelter somewhere here in Sacramento,
Okay.
a facility like.
Mm-hmm.
And after going to that facility so many times,
Mm-hmm.
they're like, "Oh no, we need to take you to court. Take this situation to court
Mm-hmm.
because you just keep running away and
Yeah.
coming to us."
Yeah.
And so that's what happened. The judge then deemed me incorrigible and took me out the home.
Mm-hmm.
And because it was what it was for me, I was grateful. Thank you, Jesus.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And so I went to group homes and foster homes.
Okay.
And in this place, well, let me back up a little bit. When I did live at home, basketball was my saving grace. Church was my saving grace.
Okay.
And basketball was.
Okay.
I was an athlete. Basketball was my favorite sport. But in that joy of basketball, I discovered the lifestyle lesbianism. Like,
Okay.
I didn't know nothing about that.
Yeah.
And so a particular woman on the basketball team, she was like 2 years older than me.
Mm-hmm.
She was attracted to me in that
Okay.
way. And of course, I was like, I didn't know about it.
You
So
was green.
I thought it was something wrong with me. Like, why this girl like me like that?
Yeah.
So it freaked me out. And I ain't had nobody to talk to.
Yeah.
And so I dealt with that internally.
Okay.
Which added to my acting out, because here it is, this going on at home, this going on at school, So bringing back to living in group homes. When I was in a group home, they were like, MBULU, don't talk to so-and-so because she gay.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, okay, I won't. But I knew that I would.
Did you knew what gay meant?
Well, because a year had passed,
Mm-hmm.
and I was dealing with it internally.
Okay.
With that other young lady liking me. I began to know, but I began to be curious of what this was,
Mm-hmm.
And so I knew I would talk to that girl.
Yeah.
I wanted to seek it out and see, what is this,
Yeah.
And so I was 16 at the time. And so I sought it out, and it was cool. So I stuck with it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, let me bring you back up to speed in my life now. I realized that the open door to that is that I didn't have a female bonding with my female parent.
Right.
So I was way open to this.
Right.
Now, of course, in the flesh, you take it in a way that the Lord didn't mean for it to go.
Right.
But it was really about my thirst and my desire to be bonded to with a female, from the lack that I had of that female parent,
definitely.
So I understand it now, but then it was just in the flesh. Hey, this I'm doing it. It feel good, so I'm sticking with it.
Right.
And almost a rebellion in me.
Yeah.
This what I'm gonna do. This what it is. You
Right.
know. So I carried on with that in the group homes, and I went full-fledged, like over the top with it. Like, it began to disrupt my behavior in the group homes because I'm so seeking out these girls, you know.
Were they also curious?
They was that way. So we was having a high over time with this foolishness, and but I would get kicked out of this group home for this relationship, because you're not supposed to be in relationships in the group home.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I got kicked out of 2, 3, or 4, for this behavior. One group home, one foster home, me and this girl got in a fight, the foster sister. And, she got the best of me. I'm only 4'7", And so I stabbed her in the head with a knife, which took me to the youth authority. You heard of the youth authority?
Yep.
So I did 3 years there. And of course, that lifestyle, the lesbian lifestyle, is very prevalent there. So, I'm condoning it more.
Juvenile as well?
Yeah. Well, in juvenile hall, they really put a cap on it. They kind of ostracized me, isolated me. Because I was in the lifestyle.
Yeah.
So I had to live in a room by myself, take showers by myself, So.
How did they know? What was the...
there were other kids from the group home to see, and MBULU is whoop-de-whoop. So even by my name, they had this code. It's called S2. That means you're gay.
Oh,
and so when your name is up there, they have it in big red writing.
Wow.
So the counselors, the officers, the other kids there know that you're gay.
Wow.
And I was like, this is, this is crazy. but more so I was isolated.
Yeah.
I was penalized for being this way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you feel it was wrong?
I did.
Okay.
I did, but there is something about being incarcerated that causes me to just bow down. Maybe it's the authority. But I've never really been a problem in incarceration.
Okay.
There was a time though when a guard, body slammed me and carrying on because I was, from that isolation, I began to flood my toilet, because I'm in here by myself. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired of being here. Let me out.
So you never got out?
Yeah, I got out, but I didn't get to congregate with the other people. Like they lived in a dorm.
Yeah.
But because I'm gay, I got to live in this room by myself.
Okay. And so there was no other kids that was identifying as that?
Not out and
openly. Okay.
Yeah. There's some that I knew they was that way,
Yeah.
but they wasn't open.
Okay. Okay.
And others didn't snitch on them, say, oh,
Yeah.
So that was.
And so you flooded the commode.
Got body slammed in the commode water.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
No way. And then what happened?
So just time went on, but I did like about a year in there, and that's a long time for a juvenile.
Okay.
But I was waiting to go to YA.
Oh really?
Yes. But I was saying all that to say that in that being gay, I did get treated, a certain type of way that wasn't conducive to my age, nor my environment, nor my situation.
So did you ever sit down and talk with anyone?
No. Okay. No, not at all.
So no one ever asked you like what's going on? Like what happened? Like okay. No. So from all of the adults that you have gone to from foster home to foster home, no one has ever sat down and talked to you and said anything. So you've never really had a lot of adult communication or even someone finding out like, hey, what's going on with you?
Right.
No one really checked in with you.
Right.
Wow. And so how did that make you feel?
I didn't really, at that time, it really didn't bother me because I wasn't aware of it. Okay. These are all hindsights,
But you weren't feeling the way like,
nah, because at that time I was like rebellious. So I didn't care.